Hello, everyone. Thank you for tuning in. I am JayLee, this is JLeesCorner, and this is my last review of the night. It is 5:01 a.m. If you have not done so already, please come over to subscribe to my channel and become God's 5 a.m. JayBird, dun 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 dun, and all the goodness. All the goodness. Okay, this is the whole review. A whole review. I like this show. I did not watch season 1. I wish I would have, but I like the show, whatever. And this was a really good episode. So do not forget to also like this video, to comment in the comment section below, to hit the share button, to hit the notification button. Honey, follow me on IG or Twitter. The name is on the screen and everything. But let's get started so that we can get finished. And there's also tons of other videos on my channel, so make sure to go watch the other videos, people. Thank you so much. Okay, so we see all the ladies meeting up with Tommy. Is his name Tommy? I think it's Tommy, the host. I think his name was Tommy. To talk, okay? They act like a little wine tasting, a wine drinking situation or whatever, and that's what they're talking about, things or whatever. So he tells them, ladies, you all have the power, okay? The power to figure out who should not be here, okay? Who do you think is not really here ready to love, okay? So you have to watch the men, date around or whatever, get to see them, get to know them or whatever. You need to figure out who they are and not their representative. Everybody has that person who they are up front, and the real person or whatever, that's their representative or whatever. So figure out who they are and get past that representative that they're showing you, and figure out who is not really here ready to love. Because at the end of this, session or whatever, y'all gonna send home 2 guys. Yep, it's gonna go from 8 guys down to 6. And I'm like, I hope they know that next week that means 2 of them going home. Okay, so if y'all send home 2 men this week, please believe that next week the men will send 2 of y'all home. Now, my 2 men who I would have assumed would have went home would have been Kerry. And I wanted Chica to go home just because he gets on my goddamn nerves, okay? But I digress. Anyway, but they had to figure out who they want to send home. So there's a few dates that happened, today. So first up, we see Mina and Chica, who went out on a date and everything. Y'all know I don't like Chica at all, and I still feel like Mina ass need to go home too, because she ain't ready to love either. She got some healing to do. Cole. Okay, so when they talk whatever, she brings up, so I can't really move on past things without addressing things or whatever. So I want to address the whole big blow up between Yuma and Ashima at the last mixer. Now he goes on to start blaming Ashima when she came over saying stuff or whatever, you know what I'm saying, getting all involved, and she wasn't even there. I'm like, you wasn't there when it happened. She came over because 1, she was there, it happened on her group date, and 2, she's female. So boy, bye. Okay. So it was her, whatever, and she ain't need to be in it or whatever. You know what I'm saying? And I can't be fake or whatever. And basically he said, I said what I said. That's what he basically said to Nina. And she was like, it is so not attractive when a man or when a person, like, he don't even recognize how he was wrong and how he overreacted to the situation. This is my thing. Why y'all wait to check in? Why ain't nobody check him in the scene? Okay, no one said, "Hey man, this calm down." You know what I'm saying? This kind, like, no one did that. So I feel like this is the conversation I would want to have with the men as well. And also, what I would say is, I did not know that this show did not include all the contestants like living together in the house. I assumed it was like The Bachelor where they all live together in the house. I did not know they all still live their own lives and all of that, in their own houses, do their own jobs. I'm like, oh, so it's really like dating. I like it or whatever. Okay, anyway, so again, she like, I don't like that or whatever. Chica says for him, girl, Chica says for him, the only person who he's interested in giving like an apology to, or explaining himself and having him understand what he was trying to do or not trying to do, is someone that he's actually interested in. Meaning anybody else he don't like, he don't gotta feel. You know what? he looked like the kind of person who feel that way. No tea, no shade. But when he first got here, I'm like, he looked like this dude I knew back in the day named Lindsay, who got on my nerve and thought the world revolved around him, and he wasn't shit. This who he reminded, and he asked just girl. Anyway, again, they didn't have a bad time. They didn't have a good time. Nina just realized he can't even acknowledge when he, talked to a woman in a disrespectful manner and can't accept the thing that you should have apologized. Like, why would, girl? We then see London and Alexis, who has a date. Now, London is also liked by Divine. But we didn't see Divine too much on this episode. We didn't see her go out with anybody. But, London liked Divine and also Alexis. It's some about Alexis I don't like. I don't know what it is. It's some part of her. But, I think it came out in this conversation, honestly, what it was. London says he's trying to figure out who he has more of a connection with, either Alexis or Divine, because he kind of likes them both. But he has to figure out who to zone in to who he's supposed to be with, okay? So he says she's trying to see, if the connection between him and her is genuine. Like, there's something there, but is it a genuine connection? Because he also likes other people. Okay, so, she opens up about how hard life was for her, because he says, like, people feel like, she's a little bit, for lack of a better term, stuck up or whatever. You know what I'm saying? And she's like, well, yeah, I kind of figured that. I've heard little things or whatever. It was hard for me when I was growing up when I was younger. She says, because I was a cute girl. So because I was a cute girl, I got a lot of hates and people didn't like me. So whenever somebody tried to fight me or whatever, I was always fighting. I was in the out of juvenile detention or whatever, because I just had a hard life. Because again, the cute girl, people think, oh, it was really, really easy. She said for her, it really, really wasn't. So what I get from her, what I figured out is what I didn't like, is she has to think of feeling like people not gonna like me because I'm not gonna care, and if I have to fight one of y'all, I'm already ready for it. And she kind of gives off that energy, and that's what I did not like. But it comes from her upbringing and having to feel like she had to fight because she's pretty. So it could be some other bullcrap or whatever, but that's what I got from this conversation. So he then said, well, I understand, her upbringing or whatever. My parents separated when I was so young, and me and my mom moved out of town, and my dad stayed back, and I got in trouble. I was fighting or whatever, and I kept getting in trouble. He says, it wasn't until he ended up moving back with his father later on, he was a little bit older, that he got back on track, and then he became, successful in his own right or whatever. So they had a good connection. It was a good connection, a good communication, and a good little date or whatever. He says he feel like it's a good connection, whatever, and I think we may become intimate soon. I said, you already? Okay. Because y'all both like to fight? Okay. If you say so, London. Anyway, London on the track. Next up, we see Carrie. Now, last episode, Kerry and Riva. Old man Carrie, okay? And bad weave Riva. And the reason, I'm going to show you, the reason why I don't like Riva's weave is this. Okay? Is this. It's that lace front that ain't laid properly. I really dislike lace fronts like that. I feel like fixing. I don't like lace fronts that have a beard. Okay, I don't like lace fronts that have a bang. Okay, if it's a part down the middle, it shouldn't be a bang. Your lace should not be a bang. And I feel like her lace has a bang to it, and that's why I say it's a bad weave, and I don't like it because I keep seeing the thickness of that little bang part, and her pictures or whatever, they'd be kind of like, oh my god, the hair is beautiful, like that's fine, but it's that little part or whatever. Anyway, so Kerry is gonna have a group date at his house, but Riva came over a bit early. Okay, a bit early. Now remember, Riva is his number one pick. His number one is number two. So she says she needs to ask him about a text that he sent her. So all the couples have each other's numbers, okay? So they can all have conversations on the phone, video chat, text, all that stuff. So I think he texted her good morning. So he sent her good morning text. Good morning, whatever. And so she texted back and said, oh, good morning, cat daddy, or something like that. But she called him cat daddy, okay? And his reply to her, she said she found it kind of either offensive or rude or something, to where she didn't respond back at all. And she wanted to ask him, like, why did he send that? So she said, you sent a text, saying, now you realize I didn't reply to the part of it, right? He says, yeah, but I sent that comment to you on purpose. Now, what the comment was, after she sent him a text back saying, hey, cat daddy or whatever, he texted her and said, so if you scream my name out in pleasure, what would you call me? And I said, well, what? You got that from Good Morning, Cat Daddy, and then that. I said, oh boy, what's going on here? Okay, and so he said, well, yeah, I sent that on purpose. Said mainly because, you know what I'm saying, she brings up the reason she called him Cat Daddy was because that's what everyone calls him, because he kind of is like a cat daddy, an older gentleman who be dealing with ladies. I call him Old Man Kerry, even though he's not old. So he says that, you know what I'm saying, well, I realized that you never call me by my name. You always call me by some little nickname or whatever, you know what I'm saying? And, I feel like, he said he don't like that. I'm the same way. I hate when anybody that I'm just getting to know calls me anything but JayLee. Don't call me love. Don't call me beautiful. Call me JayLee. Good morning, JayLee. Hey, JayLee. Also, don't call me Jay. You don't know me like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, when you're dating someone, you're supposed to put forth effort. Don't text me. That's a whole other video. Anyway, but I get what he means by, if you're going to text me, call me by my name. If you give me a nickname, it make me feel as if you not really, you know what I'm saying, identifying me as a person. You give me a little nickname as a title. I don't want that, okay? Just call me Carrie. And so he told her that, like, you know what I'm saying, I just don't like it when you don't call me by, you never call me by my name. I think that's weird. I 100% agree with him. I had this exact same conversation with my friend this weekend or whatever. So she said, oh, okay, so from here on out, I'll call you Carrie. So, squat. He apologized for offending her, because I did not mean to be offensive, but I asked that question because, again, I got what he meant. If we having sex, is you gonna call me Cat Daddy or you gonna call me Carrie? So whatever name you gonna call me at that point in time, that's what you should call me, which should be Carrie, okay? And that's how I got it. So, they had that and they squashed it. It wasn't no big issue, whatever. He apologized, she accepted it, and it's supposed to be over. Now, he also invited over, Darren and Mina was there, and Darren wants to talk to Mina. Okay, now Darren is also the gentleman who likes Ashima, but he's said, hey, Mina, let's talk. I want to get to know you a little bit better, okay? So I'm like, oh, it's really, really different or whatever. Now, also, Kimber says that she wanted to get to know Darren, but she couldn't because Darren and Nina was having a whole one-on-one conversation. They should have went on a whole one-on-one date. And I said, well, they was on a group date. They started talking or whatever. So, I was like, girl, I guess so. Now, I'm surprised that, because Darren kept saying how much he liked Ashima. But again, he said as well that, he just wants to get to know other people too. And that's the point of it, so I completely get it. But Kimber's like, all right. You know what I'm saying? But Darren do tell Nina, you know what I'm saying, you are the other person where I think I could, maybe want to see where it goes or whatever. So we shall see. And I thought, oh, well, that was a little interesting group ass date. So, next up in Nina and Brent, not Brent, Nina and Darren have a nice conversation or whatever where he say, I can get to know you too. Next up, we see Ayesha, and Ayesha is on a date with gray-haired Brent. Now look, gray-haired Brent looks so sexy. Okay, he's very attractive in my opinion, and not just the gray hair. I like his features. I like his lips and his nose. I like his eyes. He's very, very attractive or whatever. And Ayesha likes gray-haired Brent. Okay, and so she asked him on a date, so he invited her over to his house so that they can cook, you know what I'm saying, and chill out and talk or whatever. And so she talked about her divorce and how it was an abusive relationship, how she ended up having to leave him and took her kids to a shelter. She lived in the shelter for a little bit of time because, again, he was abusive, and that was the only way that she could escape that relationship. So that divorce for her, you know what I'm saying, was very, very traumatic or whatever. And he brings up as well, how he was in a relationship or whatever, and in his relationship, he was married. Sorry, he was married, and in his marriage, he and his wife was always fussing, fighting, arguing. And he said, we were just toxic. He said, and it got to the point where he would start imagining how bad it's going to get if they stay married. And he said that's what made them actually get divorced, because like I seen it was gonna get worse. It was gonna keep escalating until something really, really bad happened. Now he didn't say that he was physically hitting her or whatever, but they would have these just bad, you know, arguments and fights or whatever, and it was getting worse and worse and worse. So they had to kind of just separate before it got too bad or whatever. So, they both were able to connect on a level of we both want to be married, not be in no toxic situation, not be in no abusive situation or whatever, and be happy and in love. Happy and in love. Now, Brent's apartment made me think of a castle, but like a small castle. He had like a whole little knight in the armor thing or whatever, and I like his apartment. Hold up, Bachelor. I like Brent. Brent is my crush. My fake news and fake the world crush or whatever. Okay, but he's really cute. Anyway, so they clicked. Cool. Now we then see Terrell and Jimmy. And Terrell and Jimmy meet up because they were meeting up with Alexis to have a little group date or whatever. And Jimmy says, like, I feel like I like her, but it's something about her or whatever that I can't put my hands on, that is I don't know if it's really there or whatever. And Terrell is just like, he won't date whoever, whatever. But we then see Alexis calls Terrell, and she tells him that she can't make it because she's sick. And Jimmy like, you know what, I'm going to rethink even attempting to get to like dating her or whatever. Like, I'm going to take her out my top 2 because he like something about her is just off, and I don't know what it is. I feel like she likes London more, and so she's backing off of Jimmy. Because Jimmy's the one who gave her that little heart thing on day 1. Okay, so that's a whole little weird thing, whatever. And because he brings up, like, as far as him and Alexis, he says there's an attraction, but there's no connection. And so if there's no connection, I need to move on, you know what I'm saying, and find a connection with somebody else. Terrell just, he wasn't doing much of nothing. Not much of nothing at all. So we then see, let me tell you where yet. I'm going to take Jimmy off because Terrell then goes on a date with Riva. Okay? And, she had him come over to her house. Now, it was lunch at her house and everything, and she trying to give him a chance and whatnot. But, he said how he's dressed nice, I smell good, so this is proof that I have swag. And I'm like, who are you trying to prove you have swag to? Is it a swag-proof crew around we don't know about? Like, why are you trying to prove you have swag to a grown adult woman? Boy, we don't, no. And I didn't like your hat, okay? I didn't like your Curious George hat, okay? I didn't like it. You want to be for real? Hat, I didn't like it. But not here in the picture, but in the episode. So they talking, and he is like rambling on. It was like an awkward job interview where you're trying to say all the most positive things that you can think. You just keep spitting them out. Good work, good teamwork. Teamwork, dream work. You know what I'm saying? You need batteries. It was like Tourette's of the mouth when he was just saying stuff. And Riva was like, okay. And you can tell she don't like him. You can tell she's uncomfortable because he was very, very weird, in my opinion. So he think they had a great time. They did not. At one point, he was like, you so beautiful, you so cute or whatever. You said, your body is so nice, you smell. It was the way he was saying things randomly that was creepy. Real creepy. And I'm like, I don't like it. And she like, it ain't no sparks. Like, you don't even know it, but there are no sparks. And as she's saying there are no sparks, he's saying, I think she liked me. I think we have a good connection, whatever. And she like, he ain't for me. I gave him a chance, but he ain't for me. I said, girl, he not for nobody. He for everybody, if you ask me. Anyway, so, that was what it was. We then see Kimber and Jimmy. I told you it was a lot of dates. And I'm trying to show you how people is because eventually I'm not going to have pictures. So, Jimmy and Kimber, have a date or whatever at like a little dog park. And, Jimmy says, like, he's not for Alexis anymore, so he wants to focus on Kimber. And so she brings up how he gave Alexis the heart on day 1. And he like, look, it was a first day move or whatever, you know what I'm saying, but it was fake heart. and they laugh and whatever. But I feel like, she's too focused on him liking Alexis when he don't even like Alexis no more. Like he hasn't told her that, but girl, let's move on, whatever. So they sitting there laughing, having a good time or whatever, and then they both kind of admit how they were there for love. She brings up how her last relationship was like 7 months ago, and how the dude is in jail now and stuff or whatever. So, they're vibing. They vibing, having a good time or whatever. He like, your smile is so amazing. I would love to kiss your smile. And I'm like, okay. So it was a weird, and so they kiss. At first like, no, you don't kiss, but she let him kiss her, and it was a nice kiss. Okay, kiss, 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 or whatever. And then she's like, oh, it was sparks. When we kissed, it was sparks. Okay, and then he say, I love kissing. I just want to kiss you some more. Again, they have a connection. I mean, it's a kissing connection, but it's a connection nonetheless. So, that was good. And again, as he said, he's done, chasing behind Alexis, so he's going to try to see what's going on with Kimber. We then see, oh my God, Darren and Ashima, not going to outgirl all these dates, is on a date. Now, these two have liked each other from day one. They both have said from day one how they liked each other or whatever. And Darren said, even though I am feeling other ladies, I'm trying to see how I feel about other ladies. Ashima is my number one. Like, period. Like, that's, the one who I want or whatever. So she like, well, why me? Like, what made you, why me first? He said, why not you? Like, you're funny, you're beautiful, whatever. You're amazing. Like, even though you're funny, you still have a serious side. And I like that. Now, he did mention how he knows that she has a bit of an insecurity because she's so used to people looking at her as a friend, friend-zoning her or whatever. So she's always, like, subconscious about people really not liking her. And he brought up how, don't think less of yourself, as if, why would somebody want me? Like, why not you? Like, I like it, whatever. He kissed her hand. It was real cute. It was real cute or whatever. And again, they like each other. And I said, well, go ahead. And Ashima, everybody deserves love too. Anyway, so from there, we then see all the women again get together to discuss, what's been going on this week. And then, Divine and Alexis, I didn't put their pictures, but they both say how they vibing with London, okay? And I'm like, we know. We know that or whatever. So Nina brings up how she's interested in Darren, and when she says that, she was like, well, me and him talk every day. Like, we talk every day or whatever. He tells me how focused he is on me, and he doesn't have other connections. And then he said, well, that ain't what he told me. And I said, oh my God. Well, what? It doesn't matter. We together. Okay, me and him is together. Ashima is marking her territory. Like, forget what you thought you heard. Me and Darren are together. Okay. And I'm like, and Nina said, well, look, first of all, no one is someone else's until this is over. And I'm like, girl, that's true. It's very, very true. So Ayesha liked, of course, gray hair Brent's. Kimber says, I like Jimmy, and we kissed, okay? But she also brings up how Jimmy gave Alexis a heart. So I don't know how to feel about that. Alexis then said, well, girl, I would gladly pass it on to you, because I don't need it. And then Kimber said, like, I can't believe that Jimmy up here chasing behind Alexis, and she don't even really like him. He got me looking foolish because I'm like, no, you look foolish saying, acting as if, to me, Kimber looked foolish because she felt like, oh, Jimmy chasing Alexis and Alexis don't like him. But I'm like, he not chasing her no more, to my knowledge. He kissing on you, girl. Don't bring up Alexis not another time. Leave Alexis where she at. So, they then get into what they not feeling, and they say Terrell. They then bring up how Terrell sends them all the same photo, the same text. So they all say, yeah, he texts me this, he texts me that. And like, me too. So Terrell was sending all of the ladies the same text and the same like pictures or whatever. And he was like buying them all the same gift or whatever. So he was using the same tactic on each woman, which made them all feel like he not even, being specific with which one he liked. He just, throwing out nets and trying to catch all the fish. Okay, and he'll figure out which one he wants to eat later. And I'm like, that's what he's doing. And they don't like that because, again, you're not doing it for the right reasons. You're just trying to get anyone and not someone. I said, well, that's very, very true. You know what I'm saying? So then they also bring up the last mixer. and how Chica treated, acted and treated Ashima. And Tiny brings up how, for me it was a huge red flag, okay? Mainly because, you know, if that's how he acts in public, can you imagine how he acts in private? And I say, girl, that is very, very true. You know what I'm saying? Now, Riva says, well, I don't know, I wasn't there, whatever, but you know what I'm saying? I don't agree with how he acted. But I do have a good time when me and him was together, so I don't see him any other way or whatever. And then they asked Divine, is it Divine or Divine? Because, Divine is cool with him. And she said, well, I don't really want to get involved because you're saying he my boy or whatever, but I also care for for Ashima. So I just kind of want to stay out of it because I don't know. And I'm like, girl. So then we get from there. Riva brings up the text from Kerry and how it was really creepy, whatever, and how, she couldn't believe how he sent that text. Now, again, he explained it and apologized. So I'm surprised she bringing it up again or whatever. You know what I'm saying? But Alexis and Ayesha both say, well, we like Kerry. Like, we think he should get a second, like, we think he needs another chance. I'm like, okay. So we then see we have the bottom three men, okay? It is Chica, Kerry, and Terrell. Okay, so the bottom three fellas go on like little dates or whatever, or little meetings. Excuse me. So Kerry meets with Kimber, and Kimber like, okay, so tell me about this whole, over here about this whole text thing with Riva, whatever. He like, what? I can't believe, like, you know what? Well, since she wanna, be bumping her gum, but when he said bumping her gum, I said, oh man, Kerry, okay, she'll be bumping her gum, but not getting full story. I'll explain. He then explains how, she only called me cat dad. She kept calling me cat dad. You know what I'm saying? But he explained the same thing to Kimber. And then, he brings up how, she said the text was kind of offensive, so, what I'm saying, we didn't know how to take that as the women. I'm like, okay. So then, it was weird. We then see Ashima and Terrell meeting up. Now, Terrell walk in with a little gift, okay? A little gift of, some, like, look, I was like some matters or whatever. And if she needs to, like, light a candle, she can strike up her little, I agree with some matters, but whatever. So she brings up how, well, the girls are kind of, wondering how to feel about the fact that you send us all the same texts or whatever, you sending us all gifts and whatnot, you know what I'm saying? And it's kind of like you're doing the same thing for each person. He said, well, ain't I'm supposed to, you know what I'm saying? Get y'all gifts and court y'all, blah, blah, blah. And she said, well, yeah, but you're doing it for every single girl as if you're not looking for one person that you know what I'm saying, really want to be with or whatever. You know what I'm saying? So it's as if, you shooting your shot with everybody, and it's just weird, and we don't know how to take that. And he seemed confused. I'm like, how you confused about that? How? You can't shoot your shot at all 8 women as if it's cool, and you haven't picked one girl to really, you know what I'm saying? Because you can't be feeling all 10 of them, or all 10. You can't be feeling all of them to send them all the same thing. Okay, you're trying to see, well, whoever like me back, that's what I'm gonna deal with. That's how that first girl was, who got sent home when she said, I like who like me. Can't be doing that. Okay, and then Tandy meets with Chica. And then she brings up the whole mixer and how he was acting a little crazy or whatever. And I'm saying how, they didn't like how, him yelling at Ashima, that didn't sit right with her or the other ladies or whatever. And she feel like, you know what I'm saying, he should have let the women handle the situation in the first place. Well, that ain't really what it was, whatever. I wasn't even loud. I wasn't really yelling, you know what I'm saying. I wasn't even at the top of my lungs. Again, he's making all these excuses as to why what he did was okay. And it wasn't. Instead of just saying, you know what, my bad. I should not have yelled and fussed and cussed at Ashima. If he would have just did that, he would have looked like an asshole the whole dang time. So, he then said, but I wasn't trying to be disrespectful. I was not trying to be disrespectful or whatever. So, we then figure out who going home, okay? So, Terrell was told by Ashima, the ladies have, figured out or came to this decision that, you know what I'm saying, you are not really here ready to love. So, you know what I'm saying, your time here has ended. This fool said, oh, okay. He took the gift back he had just gave her. I was like, what are you for? his whole face changed as the real him came out. He took out that representative and the real Terrell came out. She's like, oh, you taking the gift back? Okay. And she's like, look, I don't want to have no bad blood or whatever. You know what I'm saying? I want, he's like, don't worry about it, Mom. Don't say no more words. She's like, no, I want, he was like, shh. He put his fingers on her lips. I said, oh, he did not put his dirty ass hands on her lip to shush her. And then said, shh. It's okay. I want you to find love. Real love. And he got up and walked away. Terrell's an asshole. Okay, Terrell's a whole plum D asshole. Okay. And then it's between Chica. Okay. Between Chica and it's between Kerry. So Kimber told Kerry they feel like him and Riva need to make up. That he need to fix things with Riva. He said, no, I don't. I don't need to do that or whatever. I'm good on Riva. You know what I'm saying? That shit herself. I don't want anybody thinking that, you know what I'm saying? He said, I don't want anybody thinking that, that my options are limited to just Riva, so I don't care about that or whatever. But anyway, he ain't going home, okay? So we see who going home? Chica, dun 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 dun. Yes, Chica will be going home, okay? And she like the ladies have decided that you are not worth to love, and your time here has ended. His face was like, his face had me cackling, okay? Cackle was, I'm not, but it was true. You need to go the hell home. And he was like, well, wait. No, like, the mixer, like, we have to go to the mixer first, right? I can talk to the women at the mixer. And she was like, no, you're done here. Like, you're going home. He thought he had more time. You should have not acted an ass. And you wouldn't be going home. He bring up, he said, had I never put myself in that situation with the ladies, I wouldn't be going home. You wouldn't have been going home today, but you would have eventually went home because that's in your nature. That's who you are, Chica. And it's why you're single. And it's what Divine said in episode 1. Me and him cool or whatever, but I can't rock with him. Like, the way he treat people and the way he talk, whatever, is out of pocket. And now we see why. So that was the whole episode, okay? So I hope you all enjoyed. Don't forget to like, comment, share, and all that goodness or whatever. And I'm done. Peace.